We are live, people.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon from
Yeah.
wherever you are.
If Lindsay's on, it's probably good.
Evening,
Good evening for her.
almost morning.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna check right now. What time is it for her? Ay, ay, ay. Why am I
Well,
so
it's only
talking?
11:30.
Yeah,
Mine's still off air.
mine says live.
Yep,
Close mine.
mine's live.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe
your
it's
computer
mine.
hates you. Let me see. Where is my What was I gonna do? I forgot what I was. Oh my God, my head is like.
Check the time in her place.
Lindsay's time is like 11:30.
I remember.
5 hours ahead of
Yep.
us.
11:40. Yep. So, RJ. Sorry, guys. Close it.
So we're gonna talk about 8th grade bites,
Yes.
the
Yep.
debut for Heather Brewer.
Yes.
Who wants to start? Anybody have
Um,
a favorite moment?
my favorite moment was when we figured out Vlad's like secret hideout in the church tower, the abandoned
The
church tower,
belfry.
belfry.
Yeah.
Yes. It showed like I also liked every second that he cried because it showed that he had emotions. It wasn't one of those things where like it made him feel like an adult or anything. Like he is totally heartbroken over the fact that his parents are dead. It it didn't play all over it like in a movie. He wouldn't have cried. So like I feel like it felt more real to see him have these emotions, being angry, being jealous, being super sad about his parents. Like I did enjoy how real it was for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word that comes to mind is how human his feelings were. You
Yeah.
know, he was like very human in that sense. That was one of my favorite moments too because of that, because of the fact that usually when we hear vampire, we hear, stone cold or,
Yeah.
tough, hard, not too lovey-dovey and sweet, like not all the vampires, So it's nice to
Yeah.
see human feelings on this, kid that's so heartbroken over something that most kids would be heartbroken about.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was
But it
very
might have something to
normal.
do with him being half human and half vampire.
I
Mhm.
don't understand what those are. It drives me crazy whenever someone says that because, like, how are you half human and half vampire? Vampires are dead, so are you half dead or half like? It always confused me.
That would
I
be an
guess like when they like
excellent
this,
question for the author, Molly.
yeah.
Hmm?
Yes.
Because are they considered dead? Like, how are
I
Brewer's vampires different?
Because like
Mhm.
vampires are the same as humans, but they're dead and they drink blood. So
Yeah.
are half
But
vampire, half humans
maybe
alive that drink blood, or like it's confusing.
it
I
is.
feel like I don't know, with this book I felt was more like him being a vampire wasn't like him being half dead or whatever. I feel like
Yeah.
she tried to like make it seem like it was like a disease or just
Yes.
part of his genetics, not like, you
Yeah,
know,
it
You
yeah.
wasn't
know, just
like
some
Transforming.
people
I'm
are
dead.
vampires, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
But
something extra with his genetics. That's the way I saw it with this book. Like usually, if I don't know, the way I guess it's the way it was written that made me like feel that way. But if it were like, maybe another author, I would have been like, yeah, how the hell is that possible?
Yeah.
definitely, I think it was a you get bitten. There's some kind of transfer of essence thing. Not that you're necessarily dead,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bye, mama.
but it is supposed to be very rare for or impossible for them to have children.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't
They
think I've
didn't
ever
even
like
think it
really
was
heard of.
possible until Vlad. I mean, that's how I understood it. That it was that it hadn't been that yes, that he's some kind of prophecy child.
Mhm. The Pravus. Now, has anyone read farther than the first book other than Emily?
No.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that Emily's gonna have to like bite her tongue about.
All I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
so that she has to
is
spoil
that
the rest of it for us.
if
Even though
you
I love spoilers.
Doing that literally for the past like 3 weeks with my friend because we're watching the same show, but I'm like 3 seasons ahead of her. So like I say things and then I'm like, no wait, you can't know that yet. Yeah. So.
yeah, all I'm gonna say is that if you love the first book, you're gonna go bonkers over the other books. Like,
Okay, good. Because I already have them on hold at the library.
Right. Did you guys know that the first two books they have in graphic novel?
I recently learned this because we had them at the thrift shop, but only the second one and not the first one. So I'm like, I need it from the beginning. I can't read from the middle.
Middle. Well, you've done the first book, so.
Mhm.
I was thinking that this storyline and how short the book was itself would almost be better than as an actual novel.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of books, like, they're graphic novels after the book, and they go along with the book, but they're not, like, you wouldn't just want a graphic novel. But I think this one could make that work.
yeah,
Because it's so short. Yeah.
yeah, I completely agree.
Does anybody think that Vladimir's parents are alive somewhere and that they ran off because they were protecting their son?
Look, I am hoping above everything that they are like hiding, like, they pulled something just to keep him safe. But like,
Yeah.
Emily's like, no, 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 no.
I can't say anything. But the thing I think I'm hoping that it's like that is because like he misses them so much. Like it's. But then I feel like if they do come back, like it would kind of like not. It'd make it harder for him to grow up as a half vampire, half human kind of thing. Like I feel like he should grow up in his own way without having his parents to be there for him.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been gone for
3.
3 years.
Yeah.
So, like, coming out of nowhere, like, oh, we're alive, that would be kind of weird.
Yeah,
But
that
in a
would be
way, it will be kind of like I feel like it will be kind of like a boost. So like,
Hmm.
his morale, if anything, like he would just feel like, hey, I'm not like completely alone in this damn world.
Well,
So
he now has his uncle, and,
Yeah.
the rest of the vampire community out
yeah,
against
but an
him.
uncle compared to your dad and your mom is like,
True, true.
you know,
And, like, people that he absolutely loves.
Yes, Nellie. His aunt is very important to him. Did any of
Well,
you have some weird feelings about his uncle, Mr. Otis? What did you think of him as a character? Like, did you ever trust him or not trust him?
I thought he was weird from the beginning. I'm like, he's like, there's something fishy about you.
yeah.
I didn't think he was the bad guy, but I did think he was fishy.
I felt like something was off with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did when I first read it.
You don't see it fully coming, but you can get a feeling that something is going on with him, type thing.
Molly, what would you do, since you're the only one still in school, if you had a substitute teacher come in with top hat and velour and that kind of over-the-top personality? What would you do?
Knowing me and my friends, we'd probably just laugh it off. And we'd probably just kind of like be like, well, who's this new weirdo type thing, but we wouldn't really think anything of
In
it.
the school I was in, it would have been normal.
Ah.
It was like, it's just another teacher that's just as weird as the students.
I hear ya.
Good stuff. Do you guys think Diablo is actually dead? Was he killed?
No, I don't think he's dead. I think he's gonna come back again just to mess up everything. I mean, like even if he's not alive, like I feel like he said that he's not the only one that's gonna be after him.
Right.
Yeah, there's still gonna be something to screw it up, even if it's not him.
I mean, there are another 3 books. There has to be
Right.
another.
It felt like there was a lot of build-up for Diablo, and then for it to be almost an accident for Vlad to kill him, it didn't give me enough. I was like, yeah, you shot a big hole through his middle, but did you really see him die?
Yeah.
Never walk away.
Yeah,
Not unless you know, like, step on the body a couple of times.
Yeah, or like you have to hear him like take his last breath. Come on now, right?
You know,
After
use
that,
thing on his head.
even after they take their last breath, they come back.
Yeah, like cut off his head.
Well, it's a damn vampire. Unless you see ashes, don't walk away.
Don't walk away.
Finish
Set it on
that
fire.
off. Fire, yes. Lots of fire.
Oh man, I enjoy this book though. It was a fun read. It was a quick.
It was a very quick, fun read. I read it between doing laundry and going to the post office.
Oh, nice. That's cool. So, Angela, you had questions.
Those were it. I just guided you through 20 minutes.
That was a very good. That was very good.
That was really good. All right. Oh, we have 2 viewers. Nice. I like it.
It's not us, right?
No, well, I'm not watching us, so.
Neither am I. I'm watching Harry Potter while talking to you guys.
Hey, Molly.
You're
I'm gonna
watching
keep
Harry
asking you
Potter?
questions because you're closest
And the
to
Deathly Hallows
Vlad's
Part
age.
2.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, Molly, since you're closest to Vlad's age, who would you have been more likely to interact with, Vlad or Henry?
This is difficult. I don't know because like I'm kind of like a floater with everyone. I talk to everyone since I'm in such a small school. Like there's really not options. So I mean I don't know. I feel like I would have talked to both of them, but the one I would have talked to more, probably Henry because he was like a little bit more outgoing type thing. Like, yeah.
I would have talked to Vlad, but that's because he probably would have talked to me first. For some reason, in high school, all the lower classmen loved me. I never understood it, but they did. And it was always those kids that were, I'm doing quotation marks, emo, even though they weren't. Like, they weren't emo. They were just people thought they were emo because they dressed in black and stuff. So I feel like he would have been one of those people that I talked to first. And Henry, just because he hung out with Vlad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to choose. I probably would have been best friends with both of them.
Yeah, I would have talked to both of them.
Yeah.
It was pretty handy that Vlad could read. Was it Tom or Todd? No, Tom. It was Tom, right? The bully?
Mm.
Was it Tom?
So he could read the bully's
Mine.
mind in order to kind of get him off his back. Any of you ever dealt with bullies?
Me?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Anybody?
no actual bullies. No. Oh my God, really?
I believe it with Molly. She's too cute and adorable for people to want to hurt her.
It's true. You're too adorable for that.
All I want to do is hug her every time I see her on camera. So it's like I'm guessing that's the feeling everyone gets.
I hope so.
So I'm not surprised, but yeah, I have been like
Spent like fine.
the funny thing is it hasn't even been like outsiders. It's been like family members. So.
Why?
Marissa,
Are you good? Am I good now?
Yes.
Am I good?
I,
Hey guys, I'm in the car right now, so I'm sorry that I'm like,
It's okay.
It's
Hi.
okay.
I just got back from field hockey.
From
Fun.
where? Still hockey?
Was it
Yeah.
fun?
It was fun. We lost though, so
Oh no.
No bueno.
Get them next time.
yeah.
Eat some sympathy cake.
Oh yeah.
Galeni has the right mindset over here. She's like, cake. Ay, ay, ay.
So what were we talking about?
We were saying that who we would like to who would we befriend? Henry or Vlad?
And
And
whether I dealt with bullies like Vlad does.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Okay.
I've had the bullies that I've had to deal with have been my own family members. So yeah, that I think that sucks even worse.
That's true. I've had in high school I dealt with bullies my first year, my freshman year, and I didn't tell anybody.
Did you call
I
Dominican on
think it
them?
was spring break. I decided to quit school, and then my advisor called my house, and they're like, "You need to settle this out." And yeah, the girl got expelled, and I was better, I guess. But as you said, there's also bullying in the household, so like, it got better, but not that great.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, the
I
bullies I had to deal with them from like kindergarten until like 8th grade. Literally, I'm not even gonna lie, like kids are really mean in like
Yes,
grade
they
school, and I didn't
are.
It
even
could be
realize it.
so
And like
cruel.
no one even addresses the fact that there's really like snobby teenage like snobby like kindergartners, but like I had to deal with the same kids for 9 years, and they were horrible. Like I honestly hated my school.
That's
Wow.
awful.
I know, but kids can be cruel. Like,
Yes.
they sometimes like adults are worse, but kids who
Kids.
bully usually are very cruel.
The thing is with the kids, they they're being honest. They think it's they're just being honest. So like, when the kindergarten tells you something, they're like, oh, it's kind of cute, but no, not really. You're being a kind of a little asshole right now. So as somebody who babysits, I can tell you that sometimes 2-year-olds can be assholes. Yes, okay.
Oh,
They
whoa,
say
yeah,
the
like,
filter. They
seriously,
say
they
like the
can.
first thing that comes to their mind. So it's
Yep.
like
They have no filter. They don't know how to filter what they want to say.
Yeah.
They're so blunt. With the thing is that, and it's at the moment when it's happening to you, you can't that thought that, oh, they're bullying because they have been bullied, doesn't cross your mind. You're just
At
thinking you're an
all.
asshole, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
But in reality, like, bullies have, they do what they do because it's the only thing they know.
Yeah.
That's what has been done to them. So I feel like it's kind of like passing the torch in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's
And
like
also,
you have to feel sorry for them, but you know,
You have to
Break the
stop.
cycle.
You're being a jerk.
also sometimes with bullies, they're facing things in like family life or like personal problems that they can't really like resolve, so they try to like dish it out onto other people, which is probably
yeah,
one of
and
the
they
main
can't.
things.
Yeah, and they can't really lash out at the person because maybe they're bigger or stronger or, just older than them. So they lash
Exactly.
out at the easiest person,
Somebody with
they find.
the same sex as them, or smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
bullies suck.
At
Yes.
Yeah.
school, I'm a peer leader, and like our guidance counselor like calls us in to help with issues, like to settle debates with the younger kids and their arguments and stuff, so we can help her out. And yeah, you see their fights.
The
So,
thing,
Marissa,
yeah.
since you are, other than Molly, because I've been picking on Molly this whole time we've been gone, um, would you say that it's a genuine portrayal of 8th grade? Did 8th grade feel like what the book was like?
All right, I haven't finished the book like completely, but like I feel like for the most part it is like I have a feeling that it kind of resembles most of it.
What is
Might be
your
handy
so
to
far what you
hear the
have read?
voice.
What is your favorite part?
Wait, what?
I don't
What is your
know.
favorite part so far? Like of what you read?
I don't know. Oh god, it is like I don't know. When I usually read, I can't like pick a favorite part. Like I just like I read it and then like I don't really have like a specific go-to
Are,
part for what I'm trying to read.
are you like
I'm not really
enjoying
like
it
that
so
far
far?
in.
Do
Like
you like it?
yeah, I'm like halfway through it. So like so far I find it like enjoyable. There's like certain things I have flawed with it, but I'm enjoying it for the most part.
Good.
Would you have Henry or would you have hung out with Vlad?
I would have hung out with him, maybe. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Like I'm hard to like answer questions.
Did any of you think that Meredith liked Henry at any point?
I think.
I
Or at
thought
least
she
I like.
liked Henry for the longest, and then, what
He's so
happens at the
blind
end.
about it. Like he's so damn blind.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I
Such
think,
a boy. Typical boy.
yeah, but like I feel like I would have acted the same way as Vlad did. Like, oh, you were talking to Meredith and Henry were talking at the party, and Vlad was like, he was super jealous. Like, okay, fine, whatever. You do whatever you want, Henry. I would have been the
Yeah.
same way. Like, if this dude likes
Yeah.
her, I'm gonna step away, even though I'm super angry right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I am so passive aggressive. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. Like, take the girl.
It's very,
Mm.
you guys, I don't know how many of you watched Teen Wolf, but do you remember that episode of Teen Wolf where it's like the full moon and Scott's first turning, and so like Lydia and him kiss and Styles gets really angry because like Lydia's the one girl that he wanted and Scott
Yes,
betrayed him.
yes. Look, I don't remember much from Teen Wolf because it's been a while, and I only know what happens to fan fiction. But yes, I remember that. It's a bit like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it any good? Is the hand good?
Um,
Chile con carne.
Silence.
We haven't gotten any questions so far.
I had a question in my head, and I just can't think of it right now. We were talking about bullying, and I just can't like pinpoint what the question was. I'm trying to think. All right, I found it again. Okay, so do you think that like when somebody's making fun of you and it really doesn't hurt you, do you think that's considered bullying, or is it just making fun of? Because I know like a lot of people have like a specific definition towards what bullying is.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna interrupt for a second. Lindsay's watching, and she says that she can hardly hear us because she could only hear like the TV in the background.
Can you turn the TV down a bit, please? Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead, Marissa.
Lindsay's awake.
Okay. So like like some people say that like making fun of somebody is like not the same or is the same as bullying. Do you guys have a specific definition towards what bullying is? Like if it's making fun of, or if it's like has to be worse, like physical or mental, like emotional. I just said mental.
Bullying is bullying. Like if you're making fun of somebody, you're bullying. If you're
I feel
if
like
you're hurting somebody, you're bullying.
I feel like the way bullying would work, like you know how there are friends that just joke around and they know they're joking. Like I could play around with my best friend right now and tell her, "Oh my God, you're so freaking fat, get out of here," and she won't take it as like I really mean she's fat. I'm just joking around because that's the way we talk to each other. But when you don't have that closeness with a person and you just decide to blurt out some stupid comment about their looks or the way they act or even their sexuality, that makes you a bully. Who are you to
Definitely.
point fingers and judge anyone for being different or for how they dress, how they look? You mind yours, take care of your stuff, and then let others do the same. That's how I see bullying. If you like harass your friends, and like you play around with your friends, then fine. because your friends know how you are and who you are. But when you don't have that connection with someone, you can't just blurt out stupid crap like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
For
I think
m-
that like. Oh wait, go.
for me, it's intent. If your intent is to harm or put down, then that's bullying. If your intent
Mhm.
is to, poke fun at and it's a mutual thing, if your intent is to harm someone in some way, that's bullying
Yeah.
Yes.
for me.
I feel like the biggest thing I notice is like if you say something like I heard this once like that my friend told me this like whenever you're like in a fight or like in a disagreement you're never supposed to like make like I guess criticize somebody's personality because once the fight is over they'll never forget what you said about them like what's something that they can't even change and I feel like that's the definition of bullying is when you're like constantly harassing them or talking about things that they can't even change in like a way that you're like literally criticizing them and
Yeah.
it's like it is different if you are friends with a person, but if you're not friends with a person and you're like calling them fat or something, it's like that I consider bullying.
And like words you can't take back. Those are things
Yeah.
that stay. No matter how much you apologize, no matter how much you try to make amends, those words they stick. And some people are more sensitive than others. So you have to be really. I can't. You have to be really careful with what you say and what you do. Because just because you're a certain way doesn't mean others feel the same way the way you feel. Not everyone is the same, has the same strength of character. Some people are just more sensitive than others.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
Marissa, we talked about how these vampires are different than, every author gets
Yeah.
to make their own vampires, which is kind of fun. Did you get the feeling that
Oh,
Brewer's vampires were dead people?
no, not really. I don't know. Like I feel
Thank you
like
for that
there's
elaborate answer.
certain like wait, I can't hear you. Wait, what did you say?
You said the no, they weren't
Yeah.
dead, and I'm like, thank you for that elaborate answer.
Okay, I'll tell you. I just like I don't know. I just didn't like I. There's certain characteristics I pinpoint with like vampires, and I just didn't feel like there was enough of them to like make it, make me feel like they were dead. I don't know if that made sense. Did that?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yep.
Mhm.
We all thought it was kind of hard to think that they were dead because his Tomas had a relationship with a human, and Vlad is half
Yeah.
vampire, half human, so
Hmm.
there must be something not dead
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah. A
think
lot
his
of
parents are
things. I
actually
feel
dead?
like
Sorry.
no, I don't think so. I don't know. Like it's like the way you interpret like what you think like is a vampire or not, and like what you think like it's just like it's hard. I didn't like his like the way he made the characters seem dead. Like I don't know. Like there should have been like a better way of like emphasizing it.
Hmm. Do you think you'll read the rest of the series?
I don't know, cause like so far like I like it, but I don't love it. Like I have like when I'm reading it, like I don't really like think I'll read the next couple. Like how many books are in the rest of the series?
You're
3 more.
missing out.
Are they good? Like the
Goes up.
rest of them? See, like I need to know if they're good for the rest of them. Like
Dude,
that's
they're so good.
okay.
So good.
Okay.
And I was interested in the fact that there are graphic novels.
There are? I love
There
graphic
are,
novels.
at least
Okay.
for the first
Read a
two.
graphic novel.
I read the
Yeah.
first books in 3 days. Like I couldn't stop. I was just like, must inhale.
I might have to pick up the graphic novel
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the
because
same. I didn't know they were out.
I think it was Ninth Grade Slays came out May
I'm
of
probably
2014.
gonna lose you right development.
Oh no.
So
We
yeah,
have
the
3
first two are
viewers.
out as graphic
Woohoo!
novels.
Welcome, guys.
What was that,
You
Emily?
can still hear, right?
Everyone stay quiet. Did you hear what I said?
No, all of a sudden it just was like,
I said that we have 3 viewers, and then I say, woohoo!
Nice.
now if they will interact with us,
No,
then
questions, people's questions.
we'll give answers for the next 21 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
you're
can
good.
hear you.
Does anyone else have a question?
I think Crystal does.
You guys are
She's getting
so
ready for
quiet.
it. She's getting ready to write a question for us.
I'm like a little like out of it today, so sorry.
I'm glad my voice hasn't gone away because I've been feeling so bad lately.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Except for now you're muted.
Yeah, you muted yourself.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. If that was addressed to me. Oh wait, I am. I'm not muted.
Marissa.
Marissa, you're breaking
Okay.
up. We can't really hear you. I'm gonna mute myself for a second, guys. Sorry.
All right. Anybody have a theory on what the woo? There's Crystal. Never mind. Oh, that's a good question.
What'd she say? That didn't come up on my screen.
Do you guys feel that being a vampire in school would be an advantage or a disadvantage?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what kind of vampire you mean. If you mean like
Yeah,
the
like
Vladimir Todd vampires, then, or like, other vampires. But like to be one of the Vladimir Todd vampires would be, I guess, an advantage because you can just read teacher's mind
yeah, get the
or the
answers.
student's mind.
Mhm.
Well, it sounded
Yeah,
like
without-
you couldn't.
Unless you shared blood. That's right. You have a point.
Henry, he could hear because he had bitten him when they were little, but he also tried to push his way into certain people's, and then of course there was.
And managed it.
Hmm?
And he managed it, like with the little kid and with the bully. He managed to do it, and they didn't share blood. But that might be because he's half human, half vampire, and not because in a prophecy child, and not because he's a vampire. Or,
Right. There's
what I mean.
also the other. I don't think it was Mr. Otis. I think it was Diablo who said, "What did you do? Why can't I read everybody's mind?" Some kind of Teo thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't tell if that was like a spell or a mark or a thing that was in the water. Like, how come you can't read people's minds?
Yeah. And here's the other question. Would you want to be a vampire in school and in life? Because, like, it might be an advantage, but would you want to actually be one and drink blood?
And get so much reading done.
Yeah, but he slept.
Hide.
You have a point, but I get so much reading done. I'd live so much longer. Sleep.
That's
Agreed.
true. But all the
Agreed.
books would just keep coming out, and I'd still have a giant TBR.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
TBR that would never
That's
ever
true.
end.
The pile would be even bigger.
I don't know if I'd want to be a vampire or not, because, like, I think it would be cool to just be a vampire, but one, drinking blood kind of grosses me out.
I can't even look at blood, so.
Yeah, like, it's just kind of. And then living forever, I don't think will be as much of an advantage as a lot of people think it will. I don't know. I don't want to live forever. Like, it's just. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have eternal life, though.
I'd say it's a disadvantage because you're set apart. Pretty much all vampires, no matter whose world you're in, are separate. They are not. It would be very lonely. And I like my people.
I'm sorry. Where were we? I got interrupted. So sorry.
Crystal had asked a question if they thought it was an advantage or disadvantage to be a vampire in school.
I would think it's an advantage.
How so?
You have super strength. You could read minds. You will probably be able to get out of trouble quicker than a human could. So hell
Mhm.
yeah, I vote hell yeah.
I said it would be a disadvantage because you would always be alone, that you're always separate somehow.
True, but not
Another
if you try. Not if you try to like blend in. Maybe you know.
yeah.
Maybe it'd be a little easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Another
Crystal
would
asked
be,
another question.
oh, what'd she say?
She said, "What about the difficulties in having to hide your true self in public situations?"
That's a
Mm-hmm.
good point too. That
Again.
fits in with the disadvantage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Yeah.
That
horrible
is
thing
true.
about having eternal life would also be you'd have to like watch everyone you love die,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that would
like
suck.
you wouldn't, and that would be horrible.
And that
So
that brings me
You'd
back
have
to the comment I said before about how vampires are usually a little cold and like rough, and it's probably because they've lived so long and lost so many people
yeah, they
that
can't
they
act.
kind of like just they try to just block it out.
Yeah.
and you'd have to move before people realize that you weren't aging.
True.
Yeah. That's also a
That would
good.
suck.
Okay.
But I think that's what makes this vampire world so much different from everybody else. Their entire world is right next to ours, but
Mm-hmm.
like Angela said, completely separate. Like they don't intermingle unless it's to drink blood.
Yeah.
The whole
Agree.
Alicia. I liked the marking that they've got going on, the tattooing
Yeah.
or marking to show that so and so is protected. I like that idea. That's something a little different. Sometimes they use scent or they use, I don't know, other things, but the idea of a symbol that's tattooed to you to show you that you're part of this world and that anybody who comes across things that are marked that you gotta stay away. I liked
Hmm.
that idea.
Yeah, that was cool.
Me too. Me likey.
Like, what would it look like? Would I have dashes or backslashes or front slashes or whatever other kind of symbols to be
I will have
something?
I will have an I will have something that looks like this.
Yeah, that one.
That will be my marking.
I think it was a little more geometric, dear.
Yes.
I still like this one.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Do you know that triangle with the circle from like Harry Potter?
Yep.
Yes.
Deathly
Mine would
Hallows.
kind of look like something like that.
Mmm.
I like it. It's weird.
And very geometric.
See.
I had a question and it's gone. I hate that. The ones that just pop in and then gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? By the way, how excited are you about reading The Martian?
I already
So
began,
excited. All
and
the
I
trailers
absolutely love
made me
it.
so pumped for the movie, and oh, so excited.
Okay. Just wanna like let you guys know. I was telling Angela off like camera or whatever. Well, you know what I mean. And you guys are gonna like love it. You guys are gonna be so into it. I couldn't put it down. I was so like worried, like rooting for him the whole time. It's so much fun. It's so intriguing. The whole thing, you're just gonna be like, oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest and say that I already finished it.
You like it? You like it?
Oh my god, I absolutely love it. Like I was like, how many things can go wrong and
I
then go right?
know.
I'm like, okay, let me. I almost peed myself because I was too busy reading, and I'm like, I gotta pee, but I gotta read. I gotta pee, but I gotta read. It's
Do it at
so
the same
good.
time.
Yeah,
Bring
man.
it in the bathroom.
I did. It's so good.
Next
I-
time,
I-
wear a diaper.
Yeah.
Ew, Emily.
Astronauts do it all the time.
It's a really amazing book.
And while reading an astronaut book, you should just wear a diaper.
Oh gosh.
I prefer not.
Get the true experience.
I don't need it to be in 4D. Thank you very much.
Oh
Too much.
my god, I'm so glad I'm not the only one that loved it. Like, oh my god, I was like, till the end, I felt like I was out of breath. Like, I was just like, oh, come on.
Exactly. Like, I honestly wouldn't have picked up the book unless you guys suggested it because I am I judge books by the cover. Like, I'm a horrible person. I judge books. Um, and I am so glad I read it because it's amazing. Like, I did not expect it to be that amazing. I'm like, this dude, it feels like he's having this conversation with me. And I totally loved it. But getting back to Vladimir Todd.
Wait, Crystal said, laughing out loud, now we know the truth. Emily's a protected vampire. Well,
I always knew that. Good stuff.
Yes, man.
Book club for the win.
You what?
Book club for the win. Lenny didn't have to judge the book by the cover.
Dude!
Yeah, because you guys suggested it to me.
I can't wait till next week, man. Like, I cannot wait. I want to watch a movie so bad. Is it next week? Yeah, it's next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
1 week
I
from
want to watch
today.
it so bad.
3rd.
It looks exactly like what we read. Like, it looks so much like what we read that I'm just like, oh my god, they better do it justice. 'Cause, girl, that book was so cool.
I saw one of the previews that it looked like he had a family, and I was like,
No. If you really look at it, that's not his family. That's the Hispanic guy's family. Look at him closely.
Okay, good. Because, like I said, I judge books by their covers and movies by their trailers.
They're gonna give us a taste. It might as well be accurate.
The only thing I was thinking about, I don't remember it being videotape. I remember it being logs. I like that it's different. I like that part because I wouldn't like him just writing. I would like to see him interact.
Yeah.
So I like that they changed that a little bit. And but yeah, like everything I've seen so far, I'm like very excited because it looks so much like what I pictured
My
in
brother,
my head.
my brother commented on how it looks like it could be the prequel to Interstellar because Matt Damon is in it, and like all the astronauts that were in Interstellar are also in it. So like, it could just be a prequel. just bring Matt Damon home.
I watched the first 10 minutes with my cousin and then I got bored, so I stopped watching.
It's actually pretty weird. Like I liked it because it was weird, that movie.
Interstellar?
Yeah.
Well, I know I
Wasn't
love
that
I love
Matthew
porn.
At the end of it, I was just like,
I think I fell asleep, but I still own the DVD. I'm not very good at science. That's probably why I enjoyed it. Your back,
Hey, guys,
Marissa.
Hey, could you guys hear me?
yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
Okay. So what's up?
Do
We
you
were
think that
talking about Interstellar and The Martian.
Oh, Interstellar. Okay, I actually never watched Interstellar.
I haven't either.
Allergies.
Um,
It's weird.
So Marissa, you missed Crystal's question. Do you think it would be an advantage or disadvantage to be a vampire at school?
Okay. I'm just speaking I don't know because what kind of vampire are we talking about? There's all
In Brewer's world, same as Vlad.
Oh. Yeah, it'd be an advantage, I think.
You wouldn't worry
Why
about
would it be an
having to
advantage?
hide yourself in public situations?
I don't know, because I feel like I'd be pretty cool. I'd be I don't know, I'd be a hero. I don't know. I feel because I'm already dead, so what can they say? I'm,
But just make sure that I'm not the popular vampire. That's what I would make sure, so I won't attract too much attention. You know how humans have their little cliques? Well, I would just try to stick to the one that doesn't attract attention.
I would probably be like, but then like it would make it seem like you are one. So I'd kind of like try to get into the clique and like, you know, blend in, do all that stuff. Then like
I'll be the
surprise them
nerdy
all.
one.
I'm already dead.
But are you? Because he's half human, so he's not dead.
Yeah. I don't know actually. Oh yeah, true. I want to be like fully dead though, like a fully dead vampire.
I want to be fully dead.
Fully dead. Totally dead.
I can still kill the rest of you. Like I'd rather just be like.
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel
Marissa,
like if you were fully
If I'm gonna
vampire,
be
you would
I go
like
all the way.
Wait,
not
what?
be so human.
Oh yeah.
Molly, what
Yeah,
did you
but,
say?
If you're gonna be half vampire, you might as well like be full on vampire.
Yeah.
Just full on dead instead of half dead.
Then you're still
All
like
the way.
half weak. You still can get
Excuse
hurt.
me.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Marissa, have you ever had a substitute like Mr. Otis?
I don't know, no. No.
What would you do?
I don't
You know, the guy strolls in with a top hat and he's totally changing the curriculum, and
I would probably like ask the principal like never to let him back into school.
so you'd speak up, which is good.
My question to the principal will be, what kind of drugs is he on, and can I have some?
Yeah. Hand him over.
We have like a teacher like that, which is like, because you said substitute teacher, like we have like a teacher like that, and he teaches my class, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and it's just, it's pretty like bad.
Weirdo.
Exactly like that, but we have a pretty crazy teacher. Oh, she's bad.
We have a lot of bad teachers. I feel like it's school. That's what you get sometimes. You just get the good group and then the bad group.
Yeah.
Crystal said, the reason I asked is because middle school is when social networking is important to a person's everyday life, and it seems like a disadvantage to have to hide yourself.
I didn't hear you. Kept breaking up.
I said, Crystal said, can you hear me now?
You sound like a Martian, Emily.
Yeah. You read it. Crystal's
Fine.
question. Read it.
Crystal said, the reason I asked is because middle school is when social networking is important to a person's everyday life, and it seems like a disadvantage to have to hide yourself.
True.
Agreed.
That is true. That actually is a good point.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Because you're
By the way, if
finding
my
yourself.
phone dies, it's because it's on 5% and my charger's upstairs.
And then she said, I have professors that like that now, especially my physics professor.
Does he wear a top hat?
That would be fun.
Does he wear velour? Do you feel like you need to bring garlic in? Do you worry that his slushies are covered in blood?
Well, we have 4 minutes left of the chat, so anyone that's watching that wants to ask us questions.
Now's the time!
Speak now, forever hold your peace, my friends.
I'm trying to think of another thing.
We have 2 people watching.
Did you already ask how your 8th grade year, how you guys, your 8th grade experience? Did you guys already ask that? I don't know. I was late to this.
No.
Kinda.
Wait, what?
Marissa. I mean, we asked Molly, since Molly's so close to the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I asked you.
You asked me?
I did,
Yeah.
if you thought that the school was similar.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, my God, I just realized that. I was like, wait, what?
Do you guys remember your 8th grade?
I do.
Mine was super quick. I felt like all I remember about is high school applications and taking so many exams for high school applications and high school placement.
I just remember fun, having a lot of fun. I had a lot of friends, so I had a lot of fun.
My 8th grade experience was probably completely opposite from all of yours because I had these group of really mean people fake that one of them liked me, and then they all fake voted for me for student council. And then at the end of the year, when I thought that they were all my friends, they all just ditched me at the very end.
Oh my god, that's awful.
That is
Yeah.
awful.
Never go to my school. I would that was a horrible school in general.
Well, but look at you now. Kicking some butts with books.
I'm gonna go get my charger really quick.
And Crystal said no, he breaks cinder blocks on his chest.
I actually saw a video about somebody breaking like a cinder block on like somebody's chest, and then it like actually hit the wrong part of the body.
Fun.
It was really funny. I have to
I
find
think
it.
I
I'll
saw the
send
same
it, guys.
video. So evil.
I know.
I love it when people try to aim for something and completely miss and just like really nail whatever they weren't trying to nail. Awesome sauce.
Protecting most. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's 7:29. Wow, it went quick.
It
Yeah, it
did.
did.
Yeah, I can only go for half of it, so it went really quick for me.
Well, the good thing is that we are meeting in what, 2 more weeks on the
Yes.
7th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Martian.
So
Is it two?
if you haven't read The Martian, get to it because you won't regret it, and we will get to watch the movie and then have our chat, and it will be so much fun because I have so
I'm
much.
so excited to read it.
Me too.
Yay!
I can't wait for the texting after you guys start reading, and you're just like, holy heck! Ah.
That'll be me. I'll be like, twin, what's going on?
But why? It's so much fun. You guys are gonna really enjoy it. I can feel it. You guys are really gonna enjoy it.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So this is us saying bye-bye.
Squirrels, right?
Bye.
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 Thank you for joining us.
Bye, guys.